For those of you who are familiar with the Worms series, you don't need any explanation, but to those who aren't, let me explain the game mechanics just a little bit. The objective of this game is to defeat your opponent by killing all their troops or destroying their forts. Specifically, destroying the stronghold helps you win the match. As the title suggests, the focus on this game is constructing forts, which is a new feature to the series. The forts pretty much work as this. As you conquer more victory locations with Are the Stars, you get access to more, better, and stronger buildings, which you can use, place them on the field, and with those towers you use to access certain weapons. Now for the weapons themselves, they're very fun to use. They're strong, they're creative, and they're pretty cool to look at. Now the only thing I can really complain about is the accuracy of the weapons. Since you have to account for a plethora of factors such as wind, power, how high you're shooting from, distance, and much more, it is very difficult to be accurate on your shots. However, there's not much forgiveness with how you line up your shots since the game requires extreme precision. Especially if you're shooting from afar, which a majority of the game you will be shooting far away. Just one tilt to the left or one wrong tilt to the right or a tilt up and it goes flying off course. But when you do line up your shots correctly, it does feel satisfying as all hell. The AI is wildly inconsistent. For the most part, they are complete idiots. Then during one turn out of nowhere, they will land a precise shot that ends up destroying all your forts. So what's up with the replay value? Well, there's a single player campaign that spans through 4 stories. Egyptian, medieval, and a couple more others that I can't recall on the top of my head. Now these are pretty cool as they help you get used to the game and really learn the mechanics of the game. They also feature some hilarious cutscenes that really add to the charm of the game, and it's one of the reasons why you want to keep playing Worms, is really because of how funny some of these cutscenes could be. Besides the pretty decent campaign, one thing I do like is how you're able to customize your team. You can choose the name of each of the characters, which I named them after Dynasty Warriors characters. And you can choose your special weapon, the team sound names, the hat that they're going to wear, and it really gives the game a unique identity. So honestly, that's pretty much it for me. For the graphics, the game is very underwhelming, especially for 2004. While I do like its cartoony, I felt like the resolution was very low since there's not that many options you can use for the resolution or for graphics. The audio needs some work, but it is pretty cool to hear the Worms talk since it is its own unique style. Either way, I can't really recommend this game. I prefer the other Worms titles ahead of this one. Heck, I even liked Worms 3D better than this game. My final score is a 6 out of 10, a slightly above average game. The forts in this game are much more of a hindrance than an improvement. While it does add a strategy element into the game, I feel that it takes too much away from the overall experience. While I never had trouble aiming in previous Worm games, this one took much longer to get used to. It's not the most noob-friendly Worms game around, so I can't really recommend this to new players. However, I could slightly recommend it to experienced Worm players, if only to see how the forts work. This isn't the game for me, but you might find joy in building your own little bases and pulverizing your opponent when the opportunity strikes. As always, thanks for watching. Watch out for more reviews in the future, and this is Pow3rh0use signing off.